Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another useful episode here at Fluent English Journey. I'm so happy you're here today. Thank you for joining me and for all your amazing support. Every message, every comment, every time you listen, it all means so much. You are the reason I keep creating these episodes, and I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. Today, we're going to talk about something very important, something that can completely change how you think about success. Many people believe success is all about luck. They think it's about being in the right place at the right time, having a special talent, or knowing the right people. But the truth is, that's not the full story. Yes, luck can help sometimes, but real, lasting success comes from something much stronger and much more reliable. That something is a system. When I say system, I don't mean something complicated. A system is simply a way of doing things, a set of steps you follow again and again until you get the results you want. Think about learning English. You don't just learn it by chance. You follow a plan. You practice speaking. You listen. You read. You review words. And you do this repeatedly. That's your system. And just like learning English in life, work, or business, having a good system is what leads to success. This is important because too many people wait for luck to change their lives. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect idea to appear. But while they wait, nothing happens. The people who move forward, the ones who achieve their dreams, are the ones who build and follow a system. They don't wait, they take action every day, step by step. In this episode, we'll explore exactly why success is not just luck. We'll look at what a system really means, why it works, and how you can create your own system to reach your goals. By the end, you'll have practical steps you can start using today to move closer to your own success. So get ready to think differently about success. It's not about magic or luck. It's about creating a system that works for you and following it with patience and dedication. Let's start this journey together. Understanding what people think about success. When we talk about success, the first thing to understand is that people have very different ideas about where it comes from. If you ask a group of people, how do you think someone becomes successful? You'll hear many answers. Some will say it's all about luck. Others will say it's about being born in a rich family. Some might say you need a special talent, like being a math genius or having a beautiful singing voice. These beliefs are common. They've been repeated in movies, stories, and everyday conversations. And at first, they can feel comforting. If success is just luck, you don't have to work too hard. You just wait and hope your lucky day comes. If you think you need to be born in the right place or family, you might think, I wasn't lucky enough, so there's nothing I can do. If you believe only talented people succeed, you might tell yourself, I'm not talented, so I can't succeed. These beliefs can make you feel less pressure, but they can also stop you from trying at all. Let's think about luck for a moment. Imagine winning the lottery. You buy a ticket, your numbers match, and you win a lot of money. That's pure luck. But what happens next? Without a plan, many lottery winners spend it all quickly and end up poor again. Now, think about someone who builds a small business from nothing. They start with an idea. They learn what to do. They work every day. They improve their skills. They make careful choices. That's not luck, that's a system. Even when problems appear, they know how to solve them because they've learned through experience. The same idea applies to talent. Yes, talent can help. If you can sing beautifully, that's an advantage. But talent alone is not enough. Many talented people never become successful because they never practice, never learn, and never create a system to share their talent with the world. On the other hand, many people with little natural talent have achieved greatness simply because they practiced every day and followed a plan. Believing that success depends only on luck, talent, or the right background can be dangerous. Why? Because it makes you passive. It makes you think success is out of your control. And when you believe that, you stop taking action. You stop trying new things. You don't set goals, and you don't work toward them. In other words, these beliefs can lock you in place while life passes by, waiting for something magical to happen. Here's the good news. Success is something you can build. It's something you can work toward step by step, even if you start with nothing. And this is where having a system becomes powerful. A system is something you can control. You can create it, follow it, and improve it. The moment you understand this, you stop waiting for luck and start taking action. Before we talk about how to build a system, it's important to recognize any old beliefs you might still carry. If you've ever thought, "I'm not lucky" or "I'm not talented enough," remember this. Those thoughts are not facts. They're just ideas you've picked up from others or from the world around you. You can replace them with a new belief. I can succeed if I build a good system and follow it consistently. What a system means in success. Now that we understand that success isn't just about luck or talent, let's focus on the real key, having a system. So, what exactly is a system? Simply put, a system is a set of steps you follow regularly to get results. It's like a plan, but it's not something you do once. It's something you repeat again and again so you can consistently achieve good results. Think about it like cooking your favorite meal. You probably follow a recipe, right? The recipe tells you what ingredients to use, how much of each, and in what order to combine them. If you follow it correctly every time, the meal turns out great. That's a system. It works regardless of how you feel that day. Systems are powerful because they make results repeatable and reliable. Without a system, you might get lucky once, but the next time, you could forget an ingredient or make a mistake. A system removes that guesswork. You don't rely on luck, you rely on steps you know will work. Another example is learning English. If you only listen to songs sometimes or read an article once in a while, your progress will be slow and unpredictable. But if you have a system, like 20 minutes of listening every day, 15 minutes of speaking practice with a partner, and reviewing 10 new words every evening, you will improve much faster. Exercise works the same way. If you go to the gym once and lift some weights, you might feel good for a day, but you won't see big results. However, if you follow a workout plan, maybe 3 days a week with specific exercises, over time you will get stronger and healthier. That plan is your system. It works because you do it regularly, not just once. The best thing about systems is that they also make it easier to improve over time. The more you follow them, the better you get and the more confident you become. If you don't have a system, you might not even know why something worked once. But with a system, you can see exactly what's working and what needs to change. It's like having a map. You know where you are and which direction to go. Some people think systems are boring. The truth is, systems give you freedom. When you have a clear system, you don't waste time wondering what to do next. You don't feel lost or confused. Instead, you can focus your energy on the work itself, confident that step by step, you are moving closer to your goal. In short, a system is not about magic, and it's not about being perfect every time. It's simply about knowing the steps that lead to success and doing them regularly. Whether it's cooking, learning English, exercising, starting a business, or saving money, a system turns small actions into big results. Why luck alone cannot bring lasting success. Now that we understand what a system is, let's see why luck alone can't give you lasting success. The first thing to remember is this: luck can happen once, but it doesn't happen every time. It's like the weather. Sometimes the sun shines, sometimes it rains, and you can't control it. If your whole plan for success depends on waiting for sunny days, you'll face a problem when the clouds come. Luck can give you a good start, but without a system, you can't hold on to what you gain. Imagine someone who wins a large lottery prize. At first, life feels amazing. They buy a big house, expensive cars, and take trips around the world. But if they don't have a system to manage money, like a budget, saving rules, or investment plans, they can spend it all quickly. In fact, studies show that many lottery winners lose most or all of their winnings within a few years. Why? Because they relied on luck to get rich, but had no system to stay rich. The same thing happens in business. Sometimes a new product goes viral or a trend makes a company popular overnight. That's luck. Sales may spike for a while, but if the owner has no system for producing quality products, managing customers, or planning ahead, the excitement fades and the business struggles or even fails. Even in sports or talent-based careers, the pattern repeats. A naturally gifted athlete might shine early on, but without a training system, discipline, and a healthy lifestyle, their performance will drop over time. Talent gave them a lucky start, but without a system, they can't stay at the top. Luck is unpredictable. You can't control when it comes or how long it lasts. Depending on luck is like building a house on sand. It may look good for a while, but when the waves come, it collapses. A system, on the other hand, is like building your house on solid ground. It may take longer to build, but it will stand strong, no matter the weather. When you look at people who stay successful for many years, you'll almost always find that they have strong systems. Sure, they may have been lucky at some point, but they didn't depend on it. Instead, they built routines, habits, and strategies that worked even when things got difficult. That's why they could keep growing and improving while others who started with the same luck quickly faded away. The lesson is clear. Luck might give you a good moment, but a system gives you a good life. If you want lasting success, you need more than one lucky break. You need a plan to follow every day, a process that helps you maintain and grow everything you've achieved. In the next part, we'll explore the power of having a system, how it not only keeps your success safe, but also helps you grow it step by step into something even bigger. The power of having a system. We've talked about what a system is and why luck alone cannot bring lasting success. Now, let's focus on the real power of having a system. A system is more than just a set of steps. It's a tool that shapes your daily life, builds strong habits, and creates discipline. And those habits and discipline are what keep you moving forward, even on days when you feel tired or unmotivated. When you follow a system regularly, the actions in that system start to become habits. At first, you might need to remind yourself to do them. It might feel a little hard. But over time, these actions become a natural part of your day, almost like brushing your teeth. For example, if your system says you study English for 30 minutes every morning, at first you need to push yourself. But after a few weeks, it becomes something you just do automatically. That's the power of habit. It makes good actions effortless. A system also teaches discipline. Discipline means doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. Life is full of days when motivation is low. If you depend only on motivation, some days you work hard and other days you do nothing. But with a system, you follow it no matter how you feel. Every time you do that, you're building self-control, one of the most valuable skills you can have. Another great thing about systems is that they help you learn from mistakes. Without a system, it's hard to know what went wrong when you fail. But with a system, you can examine your steps and see exactly where improvements are needed. For example, maybe you want to improve your English speaking. If you have a system, you can track how much time you actually spend speaking each week. You might discover you're practicing less than you thought, and that insight shows you exactly what to adjust. Let me share a couple of simple, inspiring examples. Maria, a student, wants to pass her final exams. Instead of studying randomly, she creates a study system. Every weekday, she studies one subject for an hour in the afternoon, reviews notes for 30 minutes in the evening, and does one practice test every Saturday. At first, it feels like a lot of work, but after a few weeks, it becomes a natural part of her day. When exam time comes, Maria feels confident and passes with excellent grades. That's not luck, it's the power of her system. David, a small business owner, sells handmade candles. At first, his sales are inconsistent. Some days he sells a lot, other days, almost nothing. He builds a sales system. Every morning, he posts photos online. Every week, he emails customers special offers. Every month, he introduces one new candle design. Over time, his sales grow steadily. Customers know what to expect, trust his business, and his shop thrives, not because of luck, but because of the system he built and followed. These examples show something important. A system turns small actions into big results over time. It keeps you moving forward, helps you improve, and gives you control over your progress. Even if life gets busy, your system guides you step by step toward your goal. How to create your own success system. So far, we've learned that success isn't about luck, it's about having a system. We've seen how systems help build habits, discipline, and consistent progress. Now it's time to answer the big question: how can you create your own success system? The good news is, it doesn't need to be complicated. You just need 3 things. A clear goal. Know exactly what you want to achieve. Simple, repeatable steps. Break the goal down into small actions you can do regularly. Commitment to consistency. Follow the steps day after day, week after week, even when it feels hard. Once you have these 3 elements, your system is ready to start working for you. Over time, your actions become habits, your habits create discipline, and your discipline drives consistent progress toward your goal. Even small, daily actions, when done systematically, can lead to huge results over months and years. In the next episode, we'll go deeper into examples of success systems in different areas of life, so you can see exactly how to apply this to your own goals. How to build your own success system. Let's walk through how to build your own system from the ground up. Step 1. Decide your goal clearly. This is where many people make their first mistake. Their goal is too vague. Saying, "I want to be successful" or "I want to learn English" is not specific enough. A clear goal gives your system direction. Without it, you're like walking without a map. You might never reach where you want to go. For example, instead of "I want to learn English," say, "I want to speak English confidently in daily conversations within 6 months." Instead of "I want to get fit," say, "I want to run 5 kilometers without stopping by the end of the year." A specific goal sets the path for your system. Step 2. Break your goal into small steps. Big goals can feel overwhelming. That's why you need to divide them into manageable actions. For example, goal: speak English confidently. Learn new words every week. Practice speaking with a partner twice a week. Listen to English podcasts for 15 minutes each day. Goal: run 5 kilometers. Walk 20 minutes 3 times a week. Jog for 10 minutes, gradually increasing the time until you can run the full distance. Small steps make the big goal less scary and much more achievable. Step 3. Create a daily or weekly routine. This is where your system comes to life. A routine is a schedule that tells you exactly when and how to take each step. Examples: English fluency. 8 to 8:20 a.m. every morning. Listen to a podcast. Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Speak with your language partner. Sunday, review everything learned that week. Fitness goal. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 a.m. Follow a specific exercise plan. A routine removes guesswork and makes your system predictable and reliable. Step 4. Track your progress. Tracking means keeping a simple record of what you've done. It could be a notebook, a phone app, or a calendar where you mark each day you complete your steps. Tracking helps you see how far you've come. Stay motivated. Notice missteps so you can get back on track. Example: If you miss 2 weeks of speaking practice, you'll know why progress feels slow. If you've been consistent with running for a month, it boosts your confidence. Step 5. Improve your system when needed. No system is perfect from the start. As you follow it, you'll learn what works and what doesn't. Examples. Listening to English in the morning might not work if you're too sleepy. Switch to lunchtime. Your running plan might be too hard at first. Adjust the pace to avoid injury. Improving your system doesn't mean failure. It means making it stronger and more suited to your life. The best systems are flexible enough to adapt, but strong enough to keep you moving forward. Putting it all together. When you combine all these steps, you have a complete success system. A clear goal. Small, manageable steps. A daily or weekly routine. A way to track your progress. A habit of improving the system. Follow this consistently, and your small, daily actions will turn into big results over time. Common mistakes people make. Before we finish building our success system, it's important to understand some common mistakes people make. These mistakes can slow you down, kill motivation, or even stop you completely. The good news is, if you know what they are, you can avoid them and keep moving forward. Mistake 1. Having no clear goal. Without a clear goal, your system has no direction. Imagine driving a car without knowing where you want to go. You might drive for hours and end up anywhere, maybe even back where you started. I once knew someone who said, "I want to be better at English." But when I asked, better in what way? Speaking, writing, listening? They didn't know. Because their goal was unclear, they ended up doing random activities that didn't help much. A clear goal is like a GPS. It guides your system in the right direction. Mistake 2. Giving up too soon. Many people start with excitement, but when they don't see quick results, they stop. Think of a man who plants seeds in his garden. He waters them for a week, sees no flowers, and says, "This doesn't work," then stops. Of course, the seeds never grow. Success takes time. Systems often work slowly at first, but over time, the small steps add up to big results. The key is to keep going, even when you don't see changes right away. Mistake 3. Changing the system too often. Yes, it's good to improve your system when needed, but if you change it constantly, you'll never give it a chance to work. Imagine a woman trying to get fit. 1 week she runs, the next week she swims, then she tries yoga, and the following week cycling. She never sticks to one plan long enough to see results. A system needs consistency to show its power. Small adjustments are fine, but jumping from one plan to another wastes your effort. Mistake 4. Not tracking results. If you don't track your progress, you might not realize how far you've come or where you need to improve. I remember a student who wanted to learn 500 new English words in 3 months. He studied regularly but didn't record which words he had learned. After a while, he forgot many and kept repeating the same ones. Tracking your progress keeps you aware, motivated, and honest with yourself. How to avoid these mistakes. Set a clear goal. Give your system time to work. Make changes only when truly necessary. Track your progress carefully. Do these things and your system will stay strong, making your journey to success much smoother. Motivating stories. The power of a system. Now, let's look at some stories that show the power of following a system. These stories are simple, but they remind us that success is possible when you work step by step. Story 1. Sarah. Sarah wanted to improve her English speaking so she could talk confidently with people from other countries. At first, she tried learning on her own, but it was hard to know what to do each day. Then, she created a system. Every morning, she spent 20 minutes listening to English podcasts, motivating stories, Real-life examples of systems. Sarah's story. Twice a week, Sarah joined an online group to practice speaking with friends. Every Sunday, she wrote a short paragraph about her week in English. She followed this system for 6 months. At first, she didn't see big changes, but she kept going. Slowly, her speaking improved, and she became more confident. When she traveled abroad, she could make friends and enjoy her trip fully. Sarah's story shows that a simple, regular system can help you reach your goals. Ahmed's story. Ahmed started a small business selling homemade bread in his neighborhood. At first, his sales were inconsistent. Customers came sometimes, but many days were quiet. Ahmed realized he needed a system to grow his business. He decided to bake fresh bread every morning and deliver it to local shops by 9 a.m. He asked customers for feedback and improved his recipes step by step. He also introduced a new bread flavor every month. After a year of following this system, Ahmed's business grew steadily, and he even hired 2 helpers to keep up with orders. Ahmed's story teaches us that a clear plan helps small beginnings become big successes. Lena's story. Lena struggled with math at school and wanted to pass her exams. She felt overwhelmed by all the topics she needed to learn. She created a study system. Divide the syllabus into small topics. Study one topic each day for 30 minutes, practice problems, and review everything on weekends. At first, she was slow and made mistakes, but she kept following her system. When exam time came, she felt ready and passed her math exam with a good grade. Lena's story shows that breaking big goals into small steps and following a plan leads to success. Tom's story. Tom wanted to lose weight and improve his health. He knew just saying, "I want to lose weight," was not enough. He needed a system. He started by walking 20 minutes every day. After a month, he added light jogging 3 times a week and planned his meals to eat healthy food and avoid junk. Tom tracked his weight weekly and adjusted his routine when needed. It wasn't always easy, but by following this system, he lost weight slowly but surely. After 6 months, he felt stronger and happier. Tom's story reminds us that health and fitness require patience and a daily plan. The common thread. All of these stories have one thing in common. Success came from creating and following a system. None of them waited for luck or magic. They took small, regular steps, learned from mistakes, and kept going. Their stories show us that if we build our own system, we too can reach our goals. Final tips for staying motivated. As we near the end of today's episode, I want to share some important tips to help you stay motivated while building your success system. Be patient. Success doesn't happen overnight. Many people want results immediately. They start a new plan, and if they don't see big changes in a week or 2, they feel disappointed and stop. Real success is like planting a tree. You don't see a big tree after one day. You water the seed, care for it, and give it time to grow. Small, consistent actions add up to big results over time. Follow your system regularly. A system only works if you follow it. It's not enough to have a plan on paper or in your mind. You need to take action every day or every week, depending on your routine. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't brush once and expect them to stay clean forever. You brush regularly because it keeps your teeth healthy. Your success system works the same way. Trust the process. Even when progress feels slow, keep going. The small steps you take consistently are what build lasting results. Adjust, don't abandon. If something in your system isn't working, adjust it. Don't give up entirely. Improvement comes from making small, thoughtful changes and keeping your system strong and consistent. staying consistent, and learning from mistakes. The more consistent you are, the better your results will be. Learning from mistakes is another key part of success. Nobody is perfect. You will make mistakes, miss some days, or feel like giving up sometimes. That's normal. The important thing is to see mistakes as learning opportunities. When you miss a step, ask yourself why. Maybe your system is too hard, or maybe you need more support. Then make small changes to improve. This process of learning and adjusting is what makes your system stronger over time. Trust yourself and your system. Sometimes it's easy to compare yourself to others and feel discouraged. You might see someone who is already successful and think, "I will never be like them." But remember, every person's journey is different. Your success is about your own steps, your own system, and your own growth. Trust the system you build. Trust your effort, and trust that you can improve day by day. Celebrate small wins. Find joy in small victories, learning a new word, finishing a workout, or completing a task. These small wins are the building blocks of success. Celebrate them. They remind you that you are making progress. Success is a journey, not luck. Always remind yourself that success is not about a single lucky event. It's about your daily actions, your habits, and your willingness to keep going. The system you build is your path to your dreams. Walk on it with patience, consistency, and confidence. Closing. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Fluent English Journey. I hope these tips help you believe in your own power to create success. Keep practicing your English, keep building your system, and remember, every small step counts.